Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a great day. And in case you can't tell by my logo, I really like doing handstands. So I decided I'm going to make a video that's just a list of all the exercises I've used personally to improve my balance and support in handstands. And if you incorporate these in your training as well, you'll see a difference too. For the first exercise, lay flat on the floor, arms overhead, shoulder blades flat on the floor. Then crunch up so your shoulder blades come off the floor and heels as well. You do this by contracting the core, glutes, and thighs in what's called the static hollow body position. The muscles that you're contracting in the hollow body are the same muscles you want to be contracting when you're inverted in a handstand. So getting good at this exercise will only benefit you with your inversions. And for the second exercise, we're going to do the same thing, the hollow body, but move your feet back and forth, up and down, and even in circles. This is the dynamic hollow body. Moving the feet and legs while holding the hollow body position will help strengthen your core and prepare you for more advanced handstand exercises later on. For the third exercise, get your knees on the backs of your arms or the sides of your arms if that's more comfortable, and lean forward till your toes are off the ground in this position called the frog stand. I think I've mentioned the frog stand probably over 1,000 times on my channel, but that's because this is a seriously underestimated exercise. It requires lots of strength from the hands, the wrists, the forearms, and your upper back to hold yourself in this position. All of this translates really well to the handstand, and also the frog stand teaches you how to fine-tune your hand balancing with your fingers. And frog stand happens to make a great transition into exercise number 4, the tripod headstand. What I love about the headstand is that the tripod, formed by your two hands and your head on the floor, provide for a very wide and stable base of support. This allows you to shift the majority of your focus and attention to the core and lower body while holding the headstand. This way you can develop the proper lower body alignment during your inversions. When you hold the headstand, make sure to squeeze the core, glutes, and thighs just like you would during a handstand. For exercise number 5, start off in front of a wall, step down with your hands on the floor, feet back on the wall, and then walk yourself all the way back till your face is right in front of the wall. This is a chest-to-wall handstand. Although I love doing back-to-wall handstands to practice kick-ups, I have to say that chest-to-wall handstand is far superior because it allows you to hold the hollow body position and work on proper alignment. So make sure you always include these in your handstand training. And for number 6, you're going to kick up into a handstand and do what's called kick-ups. And that's all it is. You stabilize in a handstand and then you come down, feet back to the floor, take a deep breath, reset with your hands on the floor, and then kick up again. And it's the same thing every rep. You just stabilize in the handstand and then come right back down and repeat. This will help you solidify your kick-ups, and it'll also help you make sure you land your handstands more consistently when you're kicking up into them. And now for the 7th exercise, we're going to move back to the wall. You're going to kick up into a back-to-wall handstand, and you're going to press into the ground to elevate your scapula, meaning your shoulders should come up towards your ears. And you're going to repeat this for reps, just pressing. It's a subtle movement. These are serratus presses, and what they do is they work your serratus anterior, the muscle that runs along your ribs beneath your armpits, and really helps with scapular elevation. You don't need to concern yourself too much with the positioning of the lower body during this exercise because it's all about the upper body. Your focus should be pressing hard into the ground and elevating the scapula. Try to make those shoulders come up near your ears each time you press. Having a strong serratus will undoubtedly make your handstands more stable. And for exercise number 8, we're going to return to the wall, get into a chest-to-wall handstand, but then after you stabilize, immediately walk yourself back out to a wall plank, stabilize, and then walk back to a chest-to-wall handstand and repeat for what's called wall walks. These wall walks are a lot more challenging than they look. They are very beneficial for building overall strength in your entire body, but especially in the shoulder girdle, the serratus, the wrists, forearms, and shoulders. For exercise number 9, we're going to do a headstand with leg movements. So this is a dynamic take on the headstand where you get into a full tripod headstand and then go ahead and widen your legs into a straddle. Maybe do a pike, come back up into a straddle, whatever you want to do. Just experiment with moving the legs. You can bicycle them, you can come down into a tuck. Any kind of leg movements are going to help strengthen your core and hips, and this will translate quite well to the handstand because you're doing it in an inverted position. So, as you've probably guessed, exercise number 10 is handstands with leg movements. So you're going to do the same thing, but you'll be in a handstand doing straddles and tucks and any kind of leg movements that feel doable for you. But the important thing is that you experiment and always try to do something new whenever you try this. Experimenting with different leg and hip movements in handstands will only help improve your balance, coordination, and stability. So make sure you give it a shot. And last but not least, number 11, which is not really an exercise but more just advice, try varying your hand placement during handstands. Like here I'm doing a wide grip, but then I also like to experiment with more narrow grip, like narrower than shoulder width. And that provides a narrower base of support to make the exercise more challenging. So make sure you switch it up. So I may not be a world expert in handstands, okay? I'm not an acrobat or in the circus or anything like that. But what I am is a person who spent way too many years working at a desk, and I started to feel it taking its toll on my body. Okay, my posture was really out of whack. I had muscular imbalances because of this, and I decided it was time for a change in many ways. But to cut to the chase, handstands have been the #1 fitness challenge that have given me the most benefit out of everything else. And I've seen improvements in my flexibility, my mobility, my strength, my coordination, my balance. I've worked through muscular imbalances, just so many improvements from this one exercise, from handstands. And as you can probably tell, there's a lot to handstands. It's not just some simple exercise like a push-up. There's a lot to it. You know, many different facets of fitness are challenged in handstands. So if you aren't doing handstands yet, if you're struggling with it, I highly recommend you check out my playlist called Learn the Handstand. I believe it's 5 videos in that playlist that take you through a very systematic approach to how to learn the handstand. It's the approach that I personally used, and it works great. I've had lots of great testimonials from that playlist as well, people saying it's helped them a lot. So make sure you check that out if you haven't already, and if you're struggling with the handstand. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button too and tap the bell if you're new to my channel so you get notified every time I upload. I am really into all-around health, whether that's fitness you can do anywhere or proper nutrition. That's what my channel is all about. Okay? And I'll see you in the next video.